a lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine. Looking to the outward, speaking roundabout words, absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verb.
Hey everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Hey everybody, what is happening? Ish back with some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team content here. You see we got the Motivator packs. I did open this one actually on the first day. I've just been super busy working on playbook and stuff like that. But let's get a pack out here. Let's see if we can get a lot of good players out there. DeAndre Hopkins, that Aaron Donald, crazy price. Gilmore, the Harrison Smith, really nice. Oliver Vernon. So shot at any of those. You just hope you don't get Tom Ali or somebody like that. You know what I mean? Even Derrick Henry and stuff would be decent right in here. So we'll get some silvers, not too much going there. But this is just more of a one card pack. So it's like a 40, what is it? $40 one. And we're going to get, all right, Emmanuel Sanders. As far as pulls go, that's kind of middle of it, but it's not taking too big of a loss. Not super excited, like, oh my god, But I think about 250,000 at launch. If things went down, but now that they're out of packs, going to be going up. I see. Take a look at the back of the card there. The thing about this card, the reason why I wouldn't run it is catching traffic. I've got to have that high catching traffic. An 89 start on the catching traffic, not good. The other stuff is great, and having the other guys boosted and just in catch is okay, but the DeAndre Hopkins with the catching traffic is the only one I want, but I'd still have to be able to have slot expert in there, which I probably could maneuver stuff around to make that work, but right now, with the balance of things I got, it's not a card I'll be looking after, but maybe in the future. See here, we got Urlacher up to 97, Clowney 97. So we got a lot of the boosts running. I got the motivate. I ended up selling Sanders. Okay, so I got Harrison Smith out here. I've got Oliver Vernon. I've got David Amerson, who I was testing around between my 1 and my 4 because I really didn't know where I wanted the guy to play because I loved both Cromartie cards. The spec catch on both of those I think is really what makes them stand apart from some of the other guys. But we come out here and there we go. Get on the sidelines out there. That's always nice when you get the feet down on that one. We're gonna go deep and we cut underneath. And Antonio, he's very good when you click on that guy and you turn those under. That's really where you want to hit a lot of those. For some reason, run up the middle. With Reggie too, no making a mistake. And I kind of stop. Sometimes my guy will come across further, and if you don't time it right, he stops the route and it screws that play up. And whoa, did that go through my hands? You see, McCaffrey made a dive at it, but that might have went through his hands or something like that, or the hole in the arms when he went for it. Weird, but either way, I take the 3. Never a great start when you don't get the touch, but that's that. He's coming down the outside, and there we go, Hendricks. I am again going back to starting Hendricks because he's boosted so damn high on my team now, and you see, geez, man, I'm just blowing him up here with this overload 3 blitz, and we're gonna run this one again. And all I'm doing is shifting my line left and crashing left. And there we go with a nice pick. And there's Harrison Smith going out there. We are going to user him up, and we're going to get the pick 6 with the new motivator, Harrison Smith. So there's a good debut for that card. Definitely, like I say, it's a nickel 245 overload 3. I don't really get into a lot of blitz stuff, guys, because it's a more offensive focus. But you definitely got to have some, in the arsenal. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Landon Collins making that diving one. We get pressure again. So we're bringing that. There's 2 different. There's an overload 3, and then there's another one in there, like a 3-seam fire. I was kind of mixing back and forth. And if you're running those, I think the main thing you'd want to look for is you want the overload to be on the opposite side of the running back if he's, off center of the quarterback. And he gets a nice blitz, goes right around my tackle who just never even went to bother to block him. That's how that goes, right? So he's got the coverage over the top from what I'm looking for. I was running a few new plays here and there. That's when my running back got 8 up in the line. So that's one of that route that I run that Reggie comes across. Normally really good underneath there, but the downside to those plays is you could get caught up, in your line, and they eat it up, and you never get off, and then all of a sudden, your play's messed up if you didn't have another read. Again here with this overload 3-seam, this looks like the fire here, and I'm just going to take him and put him, the middle linebacker, on that fake blitz, But here I'm on the right side, and that's why you need to flip. because then he's able to run. If I overload the other side, they're always running left, and you're not going to worry about counters because that'll kill a counter anyway. And right there, as long as you're usering and you're paying attention, you'll still sniff out the screen. I was a little too slow, obviously, to get a user on that, but. And that right there, now we're playing that high side, and he's finding underneath routes on it. So simple move on that. I was also using like a 3-4 right in here, mixing in some plays on that. I really didn't get a blitz to work, what I'm doing there. But again, I'm not really looking into what other people are doing and what their, a lot of the techniques. If I can make a simple move like a line shift or crash, I'll do it. And there we go, jumping the route there, but I don't make the grab. I had a guy on my back, but that should have been a user. Dang, dudes. So he comes down, and he's going to get a nice run up there. Had a big hole. So switching back here, and this is where I go back, try some of the overload 3 again. Again, I'm just base the line, shift that D-line left, crash them left on this one. So we come out, and I have that usered up, and he's just gonna have to eat it again because the flat took out. He was running underneath. We pick up on that. So if you run that same thing where you shift them left, crash them left, and then just when you go to shift your coverage, you shade coverage underneath, which is just like Y or triangle, and then down on the right stick. That'll do that. So that switches these purples to light blues. I mean, most people know all this stuff by now, but again, if you're not familiar with it, that's just the easiest, easy way. You're controlling both the guys on the end there, and if he starts checking down, you just flip down. Now, granted, if you get that blitz picked up, guys, though, they are going to be able to come up, and you have a lot of space to cover in the middle with the user, so it's not really something you can use against all players. Just some people, if you notice they're having trouble with it, then you stick with it here and there. But I mean, there's a lot. If they ended up blocking enough, picking it up, and sending multiple middle routes, you have a lot of room to cover yourself. So you'd have to start making other adjustments also. But so it's not something either way. I'm saying that you run all the time. But I was just kind of highlighting it here. We go out, see if we get the sideline again. Very nice round of money there. We get both feet down and then out there from McCaffrey. So he's been pretty good for the most part. Everybody drops. He's not great, in some instances after the catch, but he's bringing down a lot of those where he's getting hit, and you know what I mean. And you just like a lot of the plays, you need to be hitting space and stuff like that. But at the end of the half, of course, just no time on the clock, so we'll take another field goal. So unfortunately, we're not getting into the end zone here on the offense's side, which is normally what we're doing well. But actually, I played a decent amount of games within this after I got some of these changed the team around a bit, and that was kind of the focus. So again, we'll run this one more time, see how it goes.
Let me tell you something about